Welcome to Cricket Flashback Channel.
We're going to have a big crowd in here today. We're also going live into Brisbane, which is terrific news for all the local followers. We've got excellent conditions too and a fine-looking pitch. Both the captains are with me in the middle, Ricky Ponting and msdhoni, and the match referee, Jeff Crow. Ricky?
Tails.
Tails is the call.
Tails it is.
It's gone forever. Tails it is. MS has won the toss.
Thank you, Mark Nicholson. Hello to everybody right around the world. The second final at the Gabba. Perfect day, good pitch, fast outfield. India have won the toss, elected to bat. Conditions are ideal. And if they get away to a good start, you'd be looking at 260 on this pitch.
That's right, Bill. They've got the champion on the ropes. The Australians are on the ropes. Can India put them away? Quite often the challenger doesn't land that punch and the champ fights back. He will be leading the charge for the champion Australian team. They haven't been in this position for a long time. How do they respond?
It's Beckley. And that's not a great start. Utapar on strike. Tendulkar at the non-striker's end. So again, Squarer. I'll have to run hard for this one. He's been listening to Ian Healy. Breaks the shackles with two good shots.
Brett Lee's blown a wheel. His shoe's fallen apart by the look of it. Got on the leg stump, and this wicket is going to take effort. If you want to be short, you really have to dig it in. I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to do this, didn't mean to drag it down and so wide of leg. It's just he slipped with the front shoe. And a magnificent shot. Really good.
Oh, that's a good shot. He loves it short and outside off stump. Tendulkar relieving the pressure a little bit. Just before that shot, only 7 runs off 24 deliveries. He needed a boundary there.
One of the most fascinating things about the way Tendulkar plays those strokes is that it's almost thought out. Other people just thrash. But he can wait and hit the ball very fine with a little uppercut, or he can hammer it squarer. He can go up in the air, he can hit down on the ball. I guess that's his talent.
Stuart Clark continues. Uppishly played, and it beats mid-on, and it goes to the boundary for 4. Well, it was in the air for a while.
But astounding timing from Sachin Tendulkar. He's just sort of part pushing, past flicking at the ball, and he makes it look absurdly easy. Just a gentle little feather down the ground for 4.
Oh, he smashed that down the ground. Boy, he was on the back foot. He was getting ready to pull the ball. It wasn't quite as short as he thought. He ended up, well, it was almost pulling it straight down the ground.
I was just saying, it's a worrying sign for Australia. It's worrying when you see Tendulkar do this. Wasn't that short from Stuart Clark. Time to sort of press forward, then rock back and just smash him.
Oh, that's off the edge, and that's 4. That's another 4. Well, just wide of the slip fieldsman there, but they can do without this, the Australians. They've got to tighten up a little bit. They've got to bowl the ball straight. Got to get the length right.
That's exactly right. Tendulkar only played that because of the width. He had 17 from 36 balls, and now off 44 he's got 33. The foot is on the accelerator.
And Tendulkar on strike, who's really got things going now. 36 from 52. And again, he's driving on the up. It's Tendulkar at his best. And those boundaries straight at the Gabba, very short indeed.
And fast. You'd see the ball pick up pace as it came towards the camera. Hopes had no trouble, no thought of even catching that up. That is brilliant stroke play. Johnson in the gun of Tendulkar.
He's played 4 wonderful shots in recent times out there. That was one of them. There were 2 others that were brilliantly fielded by the Australians, saved 4 runs for sure. And then there was the first straight down the ground past Brett Lee.
There it is. As simple as a little dab to third man. It's quite phenomenal, his record. And it's growing all the time. 4200s, can you believe that? Oh, thought it was straight to that man at point. It's gone between everyone. It's another boundary for Tendulkar. But things now starting to run India's way. There were moments as well in this series where the luck wasn't running Tendulkar's way. It's all happening for him.
Just steered beautifully into the gap, and look at it rocket away. Fast outfield, but wow, there's some timing there. Just a push.
And the last wicket falls. James hopes will take the catch. Robin Utapa is the man who must go. And Stuart Clark's relentless accuracy works for him.
Yeah, I think the fact that Adam Gilchrist was up over the stumps kept the batsmen in their crease, made scoring difficult. And Tapper certainly felt the pressure and tried to whip one, as he often does, across the line onto the onside. Gets a leading edge. Stuart Clark makes the breakthrough. Tapper's done his job, though. That's a good 30, another good partnership from an Indian point of view. 94 for the first wicket. So job done, and a good wicket for Australia. 1 for 94 India.
When he gets them in clutches, doesn't he? Think of what he's done in test matches against the Indians.
The Tendulkar will come in 1 over. He got 3 for 5, wasn't it, Sydney, during the test match? Got 3 wickets there to win the game. 6 for 9 in India.
Gambia is straight into him. What placement that is. What footwork made it possible.
Well, Gambia's an opening batsman in domestic cricket in India, but he's an opening batsman who knows how to play spin bowling. He's got very good footwork, and he hasn't given Clark an opportunity to settle down at all. Straight down the track.
And interesting, isn't it? 1 for 121. What a launching pad this is for the Indians. And there we go. That's the launch. It's in the air. This could be out caught. Yes, he's got him in the deep. Nicely taken. That was up there for a long time. Mitchell Johnson doesn't drop him.
Yes, that was a poor shot, really. Bit of an Andrew Simons type shot there. When you're sort of in control, he's got a man out there and he's tried to clear him rather than going straight. But full credit to Michael Clark. He threw it up. He only come his first wicket in the Commonwealth Bank Series, but a very big one for Australia, and well caught by Mitchell Johnson.
Yes, and that's brought a smile to the face of the bowler. And, of course, the second wicket down now. Gambia out for 15 just when he was starting to look dangerous. 2 for 121. I like that. Have a look at this. Don't worry about that one. Into the crowd. Into the crowd. What a shot. What timing. Magnificent cricket.
He obviously comes from the western suburbs, this guy, because he's gone big and long. He hasn't tried to get a start. He's gone bang, and that takes a lot of courage when you've had a poor series. Hit it as clean as a whistle in a long, long way.
Well, how else would you get off the mark?
That's a full toss, and again, look at that timing. Impeccable. Unbelievable. Boy, when he hits it, he does smash it. That again was the slower ball. He just lost it a little bit. It ended up being a full toss, but oh boy, he hits it so well.
Yes, well, if you're top order batsman, you shouldn't get done twice. This time he didn't. Here it comes. He's got it on the full, and he's got, look at the full face of the bat. The elbow's up, and it didn't quite carry, but well struck. It's hard to hit a full toss straight down the ground like that. It's beautiful timing.
He's hit it. It's gone a long way. Oh, just short. Well, there's your answer. It didn't take him long to decide to go for the big one, and he placed that perfectly.
Yes, it's a good hit. There's a man mid-wicket on the fences, man up long on, but it was good use of the feet. He opened up that space there and he hit it as clean as a whistle. Didn't carry it. It's a long hit there.
All the legal parts of the pitch. There's a massive step away sweep for 6.
Great shot. Watch the way Simons tries to follow Yuvraj and cramp him and not allow him to get his arm to the ball. Not quite see it from that angle. It doesn't bother Yuvraj. He goes down on one knee and nails it.
He's got power, he's got placement, and he's taking some pace off at times. That's powerful. And there's a man state there. It's Matthew Hayden, and Yuvraj has to exit.
Carbon copy of a dismissal against Australia at Adelaide. Brad Hogg was the bowler. Tendulkar threw his head back, whether in amazement or disgust. It's impossible to tell, but this is some death. That is an old-fashioned long hop. And Yuvraj almost picks out the man. Matthew Hayden takes the catch. That's a big breakthrough, given a run of ball innings. Sachin telling us the story. 3 for 175.
That is a bad feeling. A feeling of numbness. Dhoni into the action first. Bill, and that is an outside edge with a lot of wrist. It's also 4.
That's beautifully played. Deliberate shot on that occasion. Scored a lot of his runs in that area. But he is also powerful down the ground.
And that's a very good shot he plays. He dongs it on the back of the head and rarely misses it.
Perfectly described by Ian Healy. A dong on the back of the head, but I think Simon's under such pressure because he knows what Dhoni can do, and he's bowling with the short boundary behind him, and he daren't get it full to him.
Reverse sweep, connected beautifully. He's finally found it without orthodox stroke play.
Well, I've watched a lot of him, and I can't think I've ever seen Sachin Tendulkar play that stroke. He might have strayed something doing it, but gee, he hit it sweet as you like. And he'll need Tendulkar to keep it ticking in the way that he's done so easily previously.
It's spooned, and it's taken. That is brilliant footwork. 1790s for Tendulkar.
I don't know what was going on there. That was just a risk he didn't have to take. All he had to do was push it along the ground, down the ground. If he was looking for the single, instead he was looking to just chip it. Excellent catch there from Ricky Ponting. Once again, Tendulkar has fallen in the 90s. It's 4 for 205.
Well, it is Michael Clark, and he's got a wicket. He left it out there, spun it a little bit, and Sharma did the rest for him. Hit it straight to Simons. That is another big wicket. His 3rd for Michael Clark, 3 for 50 in his 10th now, and India 5 down. That looks a lot different to what it was just 2 overs ago. We said they've been going nowhere for some time. The last couple of overs, they've hit a brick wall. And now the number 7 batsman's got to help them get over it, not the number 5. Rohit Sharma is the 5th to go for 2, and it's 209.
He's gone the big one. He's going to get away with it. Irfan Pathan. He's not a bad hitter of the ball, given that they're in the last nearly the last half a dozen overs. They've got to keep going. They've got 5 wickets in hand. They don't want to lose the ability to play the big shot.
And that's the way to hit it too here at the Gabba. It's the shortest boundary in that direction. Shortest boundary is probably right behind Adam Gilchrist towards our commentary box position.
In the air, it's a short boundary, and it's 6. It was a miss hit, a total miss hit from Dhoni, but he's hitting to the right end, and it went sailing over Simon's head. It was just in front of us. Simon's had no show.
Oh boy, didn't he enjoy it down there with his girlfriend. It came all the way to him. It was a long, long way up in the air. It went for 6, a great shot, but watch this catch. Up he goes, eye on the ball, you beauty. And his girlfriend is all over him.
Slow ball, and bowls Pathan. Good change up from Bracken. He's got it right at the moment. He's bowling very full, right in the block hole, with the odd slow ball.
Yeah, that was one of his, he's obviously put some work on that. It wasn't his fast delivery. And the big thing is he's got it right up there. And a little bit of cut back on. There's obviously a cutter, cutting back into the left-hander. Dangerous man, Irfan Pathan. And you can hear the boos there for Abhishek as he walks out. This probably will spur him on. 6 for 237.
About June or July, third State of Origin game.
He finally gets one, and the man settles under it, takes it. It never got high. If he'd got a bit more height in that shot, Dhoni, no doubt the power was in the shot for it to sail over the rope. But Michael Clarke, probably the safest pair of hands out there.
Well, he's upset with himself, Dhoni. He does come in and play some good innings, doesn't he? And he wanted this one into the stands as well. Didn't quite get hold of it. Michael Clarke doesn't drop these. Safe as a house he is, and the catch taken. So 7 down now, 240 posted.
Yeah, 20 wickets now to Nathan Bracken in this series. And as you say, Michael has got Australia right back in the match.
It'll run away. There's no shot offered here from Kumar. And it runs fine for 4. It'll be given as leg byes, but it wasn't offering a shot. No shot at all.
Well, I think he was trying to get out of the way, wasn't he? He didn't want to be hit. Bonus 4.
He'll take it. And then he swipes one. That'll run away as well. That's no fielder there. It's gone over the head of Stuart Clark at a backward point. Handy stuff here from Kumar.
That's a really silly bit of bowling. Short outside off stump. I mean, that's where tail-enders wanted. And that's not what we've come to expect of Brett Lee just lately. Should have been right in the block hole there, knocking the stumps out of the ground.
Yeah, this is the danger. Bowling a quick man at the end. Certainly wasn't a great delivery, but James Hopes, we mentioned, had bowled 4 overs for 10 prior to these 2 overs from Brett Lee. These 2 overs have gone for 11. Now this one's gone for 8. Yeah.
249 for India. And that'll be out. It's got to be out. Absolutely plumb. Though Brett Lee has reminded himself, that's right. Full and straight.
Yeah, well, that's where he should have bowled that whole over, up and straight. He's let Ricky Ponting down a little bit in these 2 overs he's bowled. He's given his #1 bowler the ball, and he's conceded some runs. You can't be more plumb than that. That's hitting middle stump around about 2/3 of the way up. So 8 down for 249.
Yeah, 19 years old. Into his 15th one-day international. British Truvla. I believe he's a very tidy batsman as well. He's a very useful leg spin. He bowled beautifully in the first one-day final at the SCG. And for only 33 from his 10 overs.
And that's an educated edge. That's a beautiful edge. If you ever want to pull out net outside edge, it's right now. And anything just out of the reach of the keeper, he's going to run away for 4. So there's the 250. 8 for 253 India. This has got a little bit of a psychological bonus to it, hasn't it? 250.
They score that exactly the same as a straight drive back past the bowler. It still counts 4.
That should be out, taken comfortably. Ricky Ponting with a couple of catches for his efforts today. It's another good result at the death for Australia. Reeling them back slowly, ever so slowly.
Yeah, and Ricky Ponting there, I think, just explaining to the rest of the team about the sun. He's actually fielding in the shade. And that ball came out of the sun. He may have lost it there at one stage. It was a pretty simple sort of a catch, but ball's in sun there, and then it goes into the shade about there. And he ends up catching it reasonably comfortably. But
this should be it. And again, Bracken right up there, very full. It was a low full toss in the end. They'll come back for 2, India. And Chavla has made good ground. You can tell he's a sprightly 19-year-old. He gets back, and the total Australia will be chasing 259. Just confirming that Chavla made excellent ground, that's for sure. Again, we're going to see a not out come up, and it's a job well done for Australia. I have to say, it looked like they'd be chasing about 280, 290 at one stage, but the last 10 overs have just gone for 51 runs. And it's not long, in fact, just over half an hour before that man, Adam Gilchrist, will be teaming up with Matthew Hayden in what could be the last run chase he'll have in his career, but he doesn't want that. The stage is set, without a doubt, for Gilchrist to shine.
Australia are 1-0 down in this best-of-3 series after losing Sydney on Friday night. Oh, sorry, on Sunday night. And now that's what India have done today. They won the toss, not surprisingly, they batted first, and they're 9 for 258. Sachin Tendulkar was the star with 91. So Australia need to score around about 5.2 runs per over to win it. And we all think up here in the commentary box that's around about a par score, a 50-50 score. If Australia can get off to a good start, courtesy of Gilchrist and Hayden, we believe they can get them. If India, on the other hand, can get a few wickets, it's going to be a tough chase for the Australians. So welcome back to our viewers right around the world to this second final of the Commonwealth Bank Series. Australia needing to win this game to keep the series alive, and Adam Gilchrist in maybe his last innings for Australia in those green colours out there. He will be hoping it's not his last bat. Enough to make some runs tonight, force this game or this series into a third game at Adelaide on Friday. Matthew Hayden is his partner at the non-striker's end. It will be Praveen Kumar to open the bowling. So here we go. 2 slips, 3 men in the offside, saving 1, 2 on the leg. And good evening to Bill Laurie and to Ian Chappell.
Hi, Mark. How are everybody? I don't think it's enough runs, so I think this is a good enough pitch, if you bat well, bat sensibly, to chase that down.
Oh, and has he got him? Gilchrist walks. Well, maybe his last innings in the Australian colours, lasts only 3 deliveries. And once again, it's Praveen Kumar. Big wickets on Sunday night in Sydney, and what a huge one here today.
Yes, I think he beat him for pace. A little bit of bounce, good genuine nick through to the keeper. Maybe just seemed a bit up the pitch as well, but it was the length that did him. So there goes Gilchrist, possibly for the last time. The end of what has been a magnificent career.
Once again, there's swing there, isn't there?
Well, that could be the big difference in this match. I thought 260 was well within reach of Australia, but if they can get 1 or 2 with the ball swinging early on.
It's well bowled and well played from Hayden. Well, I think initially deceived by the swing, but adjusted beautifully and punched it down the ground for 4.
There's nothing wrong with that ball. A great shot. He's a tremendous player straight down the ground on the off and onside, Matthew Hayden. He waited for it too. There was no big flourish. Beautiful seam, swung into the middle of the bat. And mid-off. No chance.
And they're going to run there. There's Harbhajan Singh You can tell from the crowd reaction. 1 for 7. Sorry, 1 for 8. That could be out. Straight to mid-on. Once again, it's Kumar. It's a short ball. And I reckon Ricky Ponting in form puts that through or over square leg for 4. 2 games in a row. He gets out. Bowled in Sydney and now caught at mid-on today.
Why would you play a shot like that when you're struggling for form? Middle, he was beating the ball before. The India, they're jumping about as well. They might be. One of the best batsmen in the world has failed again. To Kumar, he drops it in. Doesn't time it. Goes straight to mid-on, straightforward catch. And it's 2 for 8. They can't believe it.
Michael Clark's the new man. And that's close, really close. Tony Hill shakes his head straight away. Gee, the Indians were all over it, as you'd expect.
Well, the naked eye, that unless it was swinging down leg side, that looked to be plumb. Pitches. Oh dear, oh dear. It's got to be very, very close.
That one will run away very fine indeed. Michael Clark, who's been solid right through the Commonwealth Bank series, is batting with the responsibility at the moment.
Well, even there, although that went for 4 runs, you had a good example of Kumar's ability to swing the ball. Fingers nicely behind, big wrist action. I've got a bit of time for him. I think he looked good.
Just a little flick of the wrist.
Bowled him. He puts in the short one. It doesn't get up. And again, we see an Australian batsman go trying to play the pull shot. Totally deceived. Unbelievable stuff here at the Gabba.
There's the hurry off the surface. It might only be 130 Ks, and it's certainly kept a little low. The desolate look on Michael Clark's face tells a story. It hits probably the top of the stumps in the end, but it does skid off the surface.
Very good bowling, nice control, and it's 3 for 32.
Clark playing across the ball, bowled out by Pravin Kumar. He looked in such good touch. He'd so dedicated himself to playing straight, to getting in line, and getting everything organised in his batting. Played a couple of pleasant strokes.
Here's Srisanth.
Good call. Has he hit it? He's certainly hit it. That's why Simon Taufel says no. Swinging back into Matthew Hayden, who left a couple alone last over that went away from him off the pitch. Quite a good stride that Hayden got in.
Yeah, you see a lot of them in a season, and it's pretty hard for the umpires because it's so close to either bat and then pad or pat and then bat. And very tight to call. It was worth a shout. Hayden's gone for it, gets it away. That's more like it.
It's pretty bullish. It's very Hayden.
He loves to walk at the bowler. It's dead giveaway that he's on the advance, or he's going to be trying to play the big shot. When he starts walking at the bowler, and after he gets a couple away, it must be very intimidating for a bowler. Once he sees Hayden coming at him, I suppose you're trying to adjust your length or do something to stop him getting under the ball, but the way in which he can just hit across the line, it's a special shot. Fieldsman in that part of the ground now. And it's there.
Symmetrical in blue and green.
Hayden's getting impatient. He was loading up down the ground, bailed out, and fended it off for 4.
I think they've got to hope that they can get through this little passage of play where they get a little frustrated. Obviously not too much bounce. The sting seems to have gone out of this pitch. A few little bottom edges like that go to the boundary for 4 will help the cause. They've put on 29 now.
Out he comes. Connects it.
It's straight through the line.
Yes, he decided, right, better get down the wicket to him. This business of pushing and prodding is not going to work.
32 overs remaining, plenty of time and plenty of things still to happen. Andrew Symonds takes strike in the commentary box. Richie Benno and Mark Taylor and Michael Slater take strike.
Thanks, Hilzo. Here's Pathan again. And there's an outside edge from Symonds. He runs safely for 4. It's one of those outside edges. It's a tease. There was a catcher in place. He was standing about 4th slip. It goes to about, probably through 1st or 2nd slip area.
Yes, it's the risk you take, I suppose, as a captain when you split your slips up. You didn't have a 1st slip in place, got about a 3rd slip.
Oh, big shout. Harbhajan thinks he's got him. He's pleading with Toffel. Not out. 3 for 81.
This is last ball, last over. Spins, hits him in front of about middle of leg. No, that's fair enough. Not out for mine. Hawkeye suggesting top of leg stump. Well, I think as an umpire you can't give that. Fair enough.
Millimetre. Flicked it by a millimetre. It's a long boundary. Glorious shot. Yep, that's Symonds. The crowd love it.
That's Andrew Symonds at his absolute best there with that shot. Not a genuine half volley. Saw the line, just hit it on the rise. No great foot movement, just great balance. Plenty of power.
This partnership, if it stays intact, you feel that can come in the longer they stay together. But if a wicket was to fall now, then it would slow. Again, that run rate would go up, and you can just see how the pressure builds very quickly. Well, that'll do. That'll work. It's a real windy wolf from Hayden. He doesn't mind taking on Pathan, and to be honest, Pathan has struggled against the Aussies throughout this series. He bowled a lot better to Sri Lanka, and he's been very expensive against the green and gold.
Sense that Matthew Hayden realises that run rate has maybe just ticked over 6 runs per over as well. Big shot, looking for the boundary, got it. Not where he wanted the ball to go, but that will do.
And then he goes again. Good fielding. It was a good hand in that one. It's it'll run away. Is this one going to be 5? Oh, it will be. That is a big moment. A big moment. So we're seeing it 9 off the first 2 of the Pathan over. It's a big mistake. In the context, it's exactly what Australia are after.
It's dead right. They've got a 4 off the first ball. Hayden's looking for another 4 there. Yuvraj throws at the stumps. Symonds would have been well home. And the throw was that wide that Dhoni was backing up the throw towards the stumps. I'll be interested to see just how far from the stumps that was, because Dhoni was certainly around there to try and stop that ball, but 1 becomes 5, and it's now 9 from the first 2 balls.
And smashed beautifully by Hayden. Yeah, that's fantastic. He's reading it pretty well. 14 from it, 3 for 103.
And just a question of how he handles this tonight with perhaps a bit of dew out there. The ball might be slightly damp.
He's got protection in the deep, but that's not going to help because that goes about 10 rows back. It's not the way you want to start.
Particularly when you're bowling from the Vulture Street end, as Chavla is. Drop it short, towards our commentary box, which is the way that ball is hit, is the shortest boundary on the ground.
They seem to have very clear plans, even against Harbhajan. Hayden's really good at that stroke. I heard Mark Taylor saying that one wouldn't call him foul for getting out to it the other night because he's played it a lot and most effectively.
Didn't try and hit that one too hard. Just made sure that he placed it. Knew exactly where the fielders were. He reached out and rolled those wrists beautifully.
Oh, direct hit, and he's got no chance. He's gone anyway. Great bit of fielding. Simons is livid. Yuvraj Singh has done the work. Harbhajan's the bowler in operation. Hayden is an unhappy man.
Well, that was the breakthrough that India needed. That partnership was getting on top, and they were starting to do it easily. Suddenly a mix-up between two good mates. Simon starts, then he says no, and Hayden was into top gear quickly. Good throw, and Harbhajan doing the right thing at the stumps, and that's the end of Hayden, who was looking good. Australia have lost their 4th wicket. Matthew Hayden is gone. It's 4 for 121.
What a good bit of work this was by Yuvraj Singh. Pumped he is, and look at this bit of fielding.
It was a yow call, wasn't it? Hayden overcommitted. He got 2 steps into that top gear Ian Chappell was mentioning and couldn't get back.
Now he asks, yeah, LBW, Harbhajan Singh. Incredible that he should get Andrew Simons again. Look at these guys go. Extraordinary scenes at the Gabba.
Well, it was a good bit of flight bowling. You can tell that he beat Simons in the flight because of the fact that he was stumbling forward when he actually attempted to hit the ball. It'd been done in the flight. You see there, he's stumbling forward. It's hit him just in line. Absolutely no doubt about that one. So Harbhajan has struck to get rid of Simons. And it's 5 for 123.
Well, that's an enormous thrash. Fetch that.
He's been quick to play this shot tonight, Harbhajan Singh. Michael Hussey hasn't found it easy hitting down the ground. Anything just a fraction short, he's been rocking back, and this time he says, I've got to hit it real hard because look how close those 2 men are. Splits them.
Oh, and he's got a way for 4, will it be? Yes, I think it will. It's a fast outfield. It's going to go. Yes, it is. That does take the pressure off the batsman. So 6 runs off that over, and that's around about what they need. 5 for 166. Bringing him in off the point boundary a little bit. The sweeper back there. They don't want him to concede 2. There goes the sweep shot, and that's a beautiful sweep shot all the way along the ground into the gap for 4. Well, that's better. That'll help James Hopes with his confidence a bit. That's his first boundary.
What a ripper it was too. Once again, Chawla prepared to toss it up, down on one knee and swept it dead square. That was the key. There's 2 men out there for that shot, and he picked the gap beautifully, right out of the middle.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a boundary hitter. Once he gets going, he can take it to another level, and he's, without trying, he's 38 from 38. So that's where all the pressure is, all the responsibility is lying with one man in a way. Hopes, though, is starting to get things going.
There he goes. That's 4. That's what he does. Bad ball. He puts it away. Superb batting.
Well, to give away a wide would have been bad enough, but Hussey capitalises on bad bowling and helps himself for a 4. That's 7 off 3.
And this could be one of those big overs we were talking about. 7 from 3. And that's a rank delivery from Sreesanth.
Gone! He's got him! Big wicket! My word, that's out. He's going to go across He's caught that okay. That'll be out.
He's just wanting to know the ball carried. But the instant response from Dhoni, it got there, don't worry about that. And there was a big noise. It was an under edge from the Hussey blade. So Simon Taufel, he's unsure about whether it carried or not. He's going up to the third umpire, it looks like, which is an interesting move, but all it's doing is delaying the inevitable. Hussey will be on his way.
Here it is. Bottom edge. Well caught. What's the square umpire doing there? That was blind Freddie could see that.
Extremely conservative and cautious decision making. That is for sure. The Indians don't care. They're in their huddle. They know it's going to be out.
Well, the conservatism comes because Hussey is the possible match winner for Australia, and Taufel understands that. If he makes a blunder here, then the game is either taken away from India or taken away from Australia. But I think Dhoni has just caught the match, Bill.
Well, it was a delivery that could have been put away. It's been a big over. Third umpire pending. Here it is again. Seam. Bottom edge. Ball carries easily. That's out. Bruce Oxford, the third umpire. Quite right too. 5 minutes too long. But that's out. Always out. And a big wicket for India. 6 for 199. Big hit. Very big hit. That's 4 at least. Yes, it is.
But he lights up this Gabba. It's his home ground. They're right behind him. You'd have to say the Aussie support here would be thinking, can we do it? Can we do it? Well, hopes carries the hopes.
So it's just a fraction short. Got under it.
They're sort of maintaining the equilibrium, but they're not bringing that run rate back.
That'll help. That's 4. That's a magnificent strike. Beautifully struck down the ground. That's his highest score. His highest previously was 43. Goes to 45 with a beauty.
Starting to enjoy this. He's picking the spinners, he's scoring off the spinners, and now he's nailing the quicks. Very difficult to play that with a vertical bat shot. Ian Chappell's been saying it for 2 matches. It was half a vertical and a horizontal. Just smashed it any way he could and got the placement right in between the non-striker and the umpire.
40 off 31. Another boundary here. He goes for it, and he gets it. 4 more. Clears mid-wicket. What an over. What an effort by James Hopes. 12 off the over. 6 for 223 after 45.
And I think against Hopes too, he'll bowl that top spinner or Dustra.
Sweeps. Just the one, I think. They're coming for 2. No, they're not. Listen to the crowd. 28,000 fans here. 50 for James Hopes. Wonderful knock.
Yeah, he can be the real hero, can't he? Second highest so far. Hayden 55. Irrelevant now. If he's not out, you feel that Australia will have gained victory. Can he be the hero?
Got him! There's the full shot. He's got 4. Big wicket. Dot ball as well.
They've bowled 4 or 5 dot balls to Brett Lee since he was 7 from 6. They've kept him quiet. He had to go. He had to go big. Brett Lee and the others can hit around Hopes. Across the line was the favourite, and Kumar knew it. So the slower ball was full, slow, and straight. 7 for 228. 31 still to go. Extremely hard to score off. So's that. You have to really watch it out of the hand. Then it stayed a little low. The sort of air was taken out of the ball, and it would have been hard to get under it anyway. Brilliantly bowled.
Gee, he got some purchase on that. It actually spun, didn't it? It was a big leg break. Well, it's 10 and over now, and that is you're right up against it, especially when you've lost 7 wickets. You've still got Hopes out there. He's got to get to the striking end. So Mitchell Johnson will start. We know he's a big hitter, but it's such a tall order for a tail ender to come out and go smash, smash, smash. So Hopes has got to get the strike, and it's all riding on what he can do.
I think Johnson's got to go for the first ball. His wicket's in hand. You saw what he did at the whacker. Don't try and be fancy. Go down the ground if he can. Maybe clear long on. Arvijan coming around the wicket. He gets an edge for four. That's better. That's safe.
That'll do. That works beautifully. I'm not sure Ricky said just get an outside edge, but he'll take it.
And the captain's head slips in for the batsman all the time when they first come to the crease. I'm not sure if this would have gone. It would have been far away. It's well bowled. Good value there. Past the keeper would be handy. He's gone. Caught behind. Yes, he is. Dot ball wicket. Big one for India. Sukhant's done the job. 21 off 11 of 10.
He was going your zone, Slats. He certainly was. He was expecting something a little fuller than that. Maybe a Yorker, maybe a low full toss. Good thinking by Sreesanth. Drops it in, hits the wicket, and makes him have to get it from way outside off. And it couldn't be done. 2 for 35 for Sreesanth. Mitchell Johnson gone, 8 down, 238. 21 to win.
I want to finish. Can they hang on, India? They've done everything right so far. I didn't think it was enough runs on this pitch. But I guess when a guy gets 4 for 44 with the new 46 with the new ball, do a lot of damage. It's a good nick there, straight through to the keeper. James Hopes. Got it, 6, is it? Yes, it is! It's a beauty! That's what they needed. Beautifully struck. Short, needed to be full. That's top batting, under pressure.
Don't write him off. Hopes finally gets one with a little more speed to it. He can use that pace. There she goes.
Bad ball, great shot. They're all into it. 14 off 7. Mustn't bowl a wide or a no ball. Need Hopes on strike at the other end. If he hits the 4 off this, it'll be 10 off the last over.
You said 2 4s, Bill. What about 2 6s? There will he go. He's practicing the leggy. His Hopes, look, watching that. Hopes can't afford to worry about what might be bowled. He's just got to watch it out of the hand when it actually happens. He hasn't been able to connect the slower ball just yet. The bowler's been landing them perfectly too. So he's going to feel the pinch if he does take the risk to bowl another one. Can Hopes wait for it? Maybe pick him off over cover. Give up the mid-wicket gap for cover, which is just as big.
28,000 fans have got their money, and I'm sure our viewers at home as well. James Hopes on 59. Sukhant charging in. The last ball of the over. Full toss. Just one. Well, he's got the strike. 13 off 6. Pathan to bowl. Pathan's had a very ordinary series. None for 70 odd at Sydney Cricket Ground. None for 51 off 8 this evening. But can he bowl? Good 6 balls. He conceded 14 off 1 over today. James Hopes is on strike. 13 off 6. 1-6 would be tremendous. They're biting the nails. Some won't be walking left arm over the wicket. They'll be on the boundary ropes now for sure.
2 ball will have us to Adelaide. It'll be a tie.
That's where it's heading, I reckon, Heels. It's going to be a tie, this fixture.
Oh, big call.
He's balked. Oh! Dead ball. I think James Hopes might have pulled away on that occasion. I'm not sure.
The Aussies trying to escape here. They couldn't believe when they went down in 2 to England last year. Can it happen again? They've dominated right the way through, and they run the risk of it being all over tonight. They're still in it. 6 balls remaining.
There's plenty of 2s out there. All the outfielders are on the rope. Pathan hit down a 3rd man. Look for 1. That's all they'll get. Now the pressure on Nathan Bracken. It's hard from here.
Great bowling, very strongly fielded offside field, or packed offside field, a little bit vulnerable on the leg side. There is massive gaps. They will probably stay the same for Bracken. He's got to flip something over the infield and hit a gap in the outfield. You can see gaps over here big time, and also that way down to fine leg.
So sneak it past the keeper, I reckon, Bracken. Have a bit of a swipe at it, probably be outside off stump, get a thick edge and beat the keeper.
I think that third man's come a little bit finer for the outside edge.
Oh, could be out. Is out. Oh, that was handy. Nearly dropped it, but it's a dot ball. Shawa takes the catch on the second grab. Bracken had the rider there, tried to chip it over the infield. Wow, it's all happening.
Tough call for Bracken, wasn't it? He comes out, he's not a renowned big hitter. Some tail-enders have an ability to hit the ball like Mitchell Johnson. He was unable to do it. Bracken just trying to chip it more than anything. Slow ball from Pathan, and he toe-ends it. And it doesn't get the energy to just slip over the infield. It's a bit of a juggling act in the end, but he'll take it. That's the 9th wicket down.
It wasn't a panicky fumble, was it? He was pretty cool, the 19-year-old. Bracken, I thought at the time, had got it over the infield, but wasn't to be because of that bottom of the bat contact.
12 or 4. Hopes has the strike. It's been a tremendous match. Tremendous effort by India early on with the bat, and the Australians hit back, I thought, beautifully in the final 10 overs. And then Kumar crashed through the top order. Australia were 2 for 8, 3 for 32. Good partnerships with Hayden and Simons, Hussey and Hopes. But here we are, down to the final over. 12 off 4. James Hopes on strike. Really needs a 6, doesn't he?
Well, wouldn't hurt. That is for sure.
At some point soon, please.
About 4 wides or 5 wides, something like that. So you get an extra ball, plus they've given you 4 runs.
Well, Pathan has bowled 4 wides tonight already. Here he comes again. It's a good ball. They go for 2, will they? They do. Oh, I thought the wrong end. James Hopes is home. Good running.
10 from 3 now. Don't discount a no ball. A free hit coming into play. Wishful thinking, maybe.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Clark took off. You can see him. The non-striker's end can go. As soon as the bowler gets into his delivery stride, that's why the fielder thought he'd be safe running back to the danger end, and would have been. Good backing up.
The tie takes us to Adelaide, so really it's 9 from 3.
Out. It's all over. What a victory. Port Chawa, that's a great effort by India. They fought hard in the Test series. They've got a 2-0 whitewash, and they should be happy. They beat the best side in the world convincingly in 2 games.
It's a stunning win to India and quite unbelievable. You've had Australia dominate this Commonwealth Bank series. It's fair to say they didn't perform at their best throughout, but they were winning with bonus points. And for 2 home one-day seasons in a row, they've gone down in the first 2 finals. It was England last year. This year, India.
Well, India got under their skin, I think, on and off the field. Kept the pressure on. It's a great victory for the skipper, Dhoni. I think he's been magnificent. He led from the front. He was confident. He had slips in, and they've backed him to the hill. Kumar 4 for 46 was a hero tonight, but that's a big win, a courageous win in the final over. India win the Commonwealth Bank Series at the Gabba.